can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Does well to block that left jab. Punch, counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. Good counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Fighters love being in this venue as the audience is right on top of you, and they will be bringing the heat tonight. They are ready to watch this showdown.
For a fighter walking into a theater, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Why sit in the pocket when your punches are this slow? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well done with that counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that... Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with that left hook. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter. Just avoids the left uppercut. That counter, very close round with 10 seconds to go. We've never seen Bivol hurt quite like. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. As bad as boxing judging could be sometimes, there's no... Let's get it started in round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? That jab misses. Good counter punch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
The perfect counter lands. Well done with that counter shot. Do you believe what we're seeing? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good defense stopping that jab. Lucky to have avoided that uppercut. Punch, counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How about this round still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working.
Don't worry about it.
Here we go to the fourth round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How about that time counter shot? They exchange punches. Those counter punches have to hurt. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. It's all offense all the time. They exchange punches. Nice counter. Caution being thrown to the wind. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Beautiful counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And now Dmitry Bivol is dazed. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different? On to the fifth we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Tried to land the left hook, but it was blocked. The perfect counter lands. Catch and shoot. They blocked that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Can't score with that right uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. It's bombs away. punch. That jab doesn't score. One punch could change everything in this battle. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. There's the bell to start round 6. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. How about that time counter shot? We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
He parries away that left hook. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. He blocks that jab. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
How about that time counter shot? Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that. And there's the bell for round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Oh, Bivol now stumbling and bumbling. Is he going to go down? We were going to see the finish there.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. And we enter the 8th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter shot. Nice counter. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Sometimes when you have a...
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Oh, what a shot! Dmitry Bivol in some serious trouble here. A perfect counter. Gotta stop me here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Dmitry Bivol! Dmitry Bivol just got knocked down! As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
I've got to see that again. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.